Morning, Trainiacs.
Oh.
Morning, Trainiacs. Just getting some work done for my new coach for next year. Actually, a lot of your new coaching consultants that we're bringing on to teamtrainiac.com. I got some big announcements. What the hell? Let's make them today, after a run.
If you're ever running with your dogs, you gotta be careful with the pups. One thing that I recommend two things that make it easier. Number one is this here waist leash. The spring-loaded waist leash is called the Iron Doggy running waist leash, and we've used this for years. And then the other one I'll talk about at home. It's about caring for their tootsies. They're tender tootsies. Gracie had a tootsie issue in the summer, and she's a little sensitive about her tootsies being touched. It's okay, Grace. It's okay. All right, Gracie, come on. Oh, tired, thirsty. The second thing that you need to take care of with the pups is right here. That paw issue that we had with Gracie. It's because we run on pavement and pavement gets hot, her paws ended up chapping up and actually like scabbing. So this Musher's Secret, this here is this is just like a gel that you put on each one of their paws and hopefully stops them from getting all scabbed up and cut paws. Since we started using this, no cut paws. No cut paws, right, Grace? Good daddy-daughter day, right? Give me a kiss. Thank you. Come on, Grace. Daddy-daughter day continues with a work and phone call filled afternoon. Chill out. I'll be with you in a minute. I gotta tell the people who are new coaches. All right, so I'm sure it's not a big shocker when I tell you that my coach for 2020 is going to be, drumroll sound effect, Dr. Dan Plews, the guy who coached me to the 941 Ironman distance debut at Challenge Roth earlier this year. The difference, however, being that we are also going to be doing work with his partner, Dr. Paul Laursen. Now, if you've heard me talk about Plews and Prof is actually Paul Laursen. Paul is also a doctor, a physiologist, a coach of professional triathletes. I also think that Prof was Plews' PhD supervisor. Now what we're doing is Plews is going to be doing a bunch of the day-to-day training. Prof, because he lives here in Canada, is going to be taking care a lot of the testing that I'll do. So actually at the end of November, I'm going to go and redo a whole bunch of the tests for fat oxidation, for aerobic and anaerobic thresholds, for blood lactate stuff, all that. Where this is really cool for athletes on teamtrainiac.com is this. Now, all the workouts on teamtrainiac.com have been 100% written by me. I'm an Ironman coach. I myself, 941 Ironman athlete, 428 half Ironman athlete, 204 Olympic distance athlete. Like, I'm okay, but one of the things that we were getting asked a lot last season while Plews was coaching me is like, what can we do to get Plews coaching into Team Trainiac? Well, Plews and Prof, while they're not going to be like day-to-day coaches, they are going to be consultants that are going to be making sure that the workouts, that the periodization, that the structure of the training weeks is appropriate. And you're dealing with some of the best in the world. There was actually somebody that I met in Kona who said like, Plews and Prof, best coaches in the world, hands down. Here, I'll show you the first thing that they're gonna work on. So this probably doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot to you, but one thing that I'm doing is I'm creating basically a mock week for athletes that they say they want to work on their swim the most, or they want to work on their bike the most, or they want to work on their run the most, and they're able to work out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 times a week. So instead of athletes having to decide what day they do what and not sure if that's the right way to do it, I am actually creating mock weeks so that when Trainiacs first sign up to teamtrainiac.com, they just say how many workouts they want to do each week, what distance of race they're focusing on, and what discipline they want to work on the most, and then bloop, all of these workouts will suggest to them and say, do you want to accept this week? So it's just one extra thing that we're going to do to make sure that the training is optimized for each athlete. What I'm doing with Plews and Prof is I'm putting this together and I'm going to send it to them to make sure that the weeks that I've put together are set up properly, the way that they would do them, or if they would move, say, a recovery bike over to Monday and then a swim technique day over here. Like, a lot of this is probably gibberish to you, but what workouts you do on what days has a big effect on how successful you are and how you can absorb all of the work.
It's actually really important. One of the things that I get chirped about a ton online by the trolls of the world is A, that I barely train, and B, that I dumb things down and I'm like, with 2 bike workouts a week, you can do really well. And everyone is like, no way, absolutely not. You have to bike so much more. Like, you know what? Maybe 20 years ago, that's all people knew. Well, today, what we know for sure, studies support this, and my training supports this, is it's not about how much work you do, it's about how properly you do the work. And if you do the workouts properly, you don't have to do these 20, 30-hour weeks to be an average age grouper. I did average 9-hour weeks to get to a half Ironman World Championship. I only did average 14.5-hour weeks to do a 941. But here all these people online are like, no, 20 hours a week is the absolute minimum to do well in triathlon. Well, if you want to do that and waste your time, be my guest. I would rather focus on doing things right than just doing a whole bunch of stuff wrong. I don't know why that's like bragging rights for them. So now that is just one of, I would say, 3-4 really big announcements for teamtrainiac.com. Like, this year, it was good. It got people to a lot of PRs, kept people injury-free, got people training really regularly and understanding why to train. But this year, it's going to do all of that easier, and there's going to be a whole lot of bonuses. New coaching offerings, new additions to the workouts, new offers, free ones from a bunch of our partners and sponsors. It's going to be a heck of a deal. Now, speaking of partners and sponsors, Master Spas said that they would really support me getting a certain gray dog in the pool. She loves the pool. Comments below to if you think that Gracie can outswim me in the Master Spas. We're not going to do that today. She almost outran me, so I can't take 2 shots to my ego in one day. All right, go check out teamtrainiac.com. Get a 14-day free trial. Lots of good things going on. And me and Gracie are going to continue on with our daddy-daughter day. Later, Trainiacs.